Kerry's Cards. Thanks for popping along and trying out this tutorial today. We're going to be making a card that folds flat when it goes into an envelope, but when you take it out of the envelope it pops up into a square. So I'm not quite sure what to call it. It's sort of a square card, but what it means is the recipient can look at it in any shape, any way that they want to. I've done a couple of varieties. We're going to actually do this one today in the video, where we've got a gift tag that's from one of the Christmas die sets from Stampin' Up. But I've got a couple of other examples to show you, so it doesn't have to just be using these papers. If you've got a man or a masculine card, I often find it quite hard to choose what to do for a man, but this one's quite good. And then another one I've done here, using some old dies that I have, is a Mother's Day one. Nature's Circle dies there, and again it pops round, and then this little notelet will pop in and out the back there, so you can cut it. That's a scrap piece of paper I've used there, but you can write a little note on that can come out, and then so they don't have to have it, or you can pop it inside. It's up to you. So that's a couple of different options there of how you might want the card to look. Ooh, there we are. 3 different ways there, but let's get crafting with this one that we're going to do here. So what you will need ready, I have already ready, is I'm using a tag which I've pre-cut. I tend to die cut lots of pieces ready, especially if I've got scrappy pieces. So I'll die cut them and pop them in a box. So I've got a couple of pieces ready to go. So this one is from the Merriest Christmas die set for Stampin' Up, and this one is from the perennial postage dies. All the measurements and everything like that will be in the information below. You will also need a piece of A4 card for the base of the card, and a nice piece of pretty patterned paper. I'm going to use this one. I think it's quite wintry and festive. This is all from the Thoughtful Journey 6x6 papers that you can currently get in the Stampin' Up catalogue. So let's get crafting. You'll need a trimmer first. I've already got half a piece of A4 here, and this is we need to cut to, so if you had a whole piece, you would cut it down at the 5 3/4 mark there. So let's cut at 5 3/4. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to score it on here using my scoring tool, which is somewhere here because I've lost the bit off my trimmer today. Let's go 2, 4, 6, and 8. So that is the base of the card already prepped, and then we need to take our Misty Moonlight. Sorry, this one is Blackberry Bliss. This one is Misty Moonlight card. We need to cut at 5.5 inches, and then we're going to turn it round and we're going to cut 4 strips at 1 3/4 inch. And then using this last piece we have here, I'm going to cut that at 1 inch. Get rid of that piece, turn it round, and then I want a piece that's going to be 4 inches. And then we're going to score this at 2 inches. Ooh, let's put that back in. Okay, so that's one piece there. These pieces will all fit on here, 2, 3, and 4. We're then going to take our pretty paper, and I'm going to, because it's a sort of pattern, remember what I say, so I want that part there, so I need it to be 5 1/4 inches. So I'm going to cut off some of the blue up the top there because I want this bit here. So because I want it 5 1/4 inches deep, I'm going to cut that bit off there. So I don't want that piece. And then we turn it back round and we want 4 pieces at 1.5, which should use up the whole rest of the piece of designers, the 6x6 piece of pretty paper. And then try and keep them, if they are a pattern or a picture, try and keep them in the same format so that when we stick them on there, we're all good. And we need 1 more piece of card, or 2 pieces of card to take in what's left over of this. I need a 1-inch strip, and I need that cut into 2-inch pieces. And then each of these 1-inch by 2-inch pieces, you need to score in half. So at 1 inches. There we go. And that is all we need to make a simple pop-up card. So let's put the trimmer away and then start sticking everything together. So let's get my glue. If you want to be super fast, you can use your stamp and seal. I just like my wet glue. As I say, in most of my videos, I like the fact that if I don't put it on straight first time, I've got a chance to wiggle it round. So that was the first piece. This is the second piece. Doesn't need much glue, as long as the edges are stuck down. That one. Oh, I'm liking the look of this already. Let's stick on it the colours. Right, Blackberry Bliss is almost the colour of one of my bedroom walls. I like the colour that much. Put them on there. Now, normally when I make a card, you always have somewhere to write on. So if you have to fold this in half, you could then you'd have a space to write on. But because this has got pattern all the way around the front and the back, because there isn't really a front or a back, let's leave that to dry on. This is what this little piece of card is going to be for here. Now, this is, as long as it's no more than 2 inches wide, it can be as tall as you like, but I'll show you exactly where we pop that. But this is where we're going to write our greeting on. People can take that, maybe even put it in their purse or their wallet as they go, wherever they go, if it was a little nice personal message. So let's now fold these over and make sure we score them really well, because we obviously want, this is going to be a moving, or not a moving card, it's going to stand up, and if it's a nice solid score line, then that's better. And the last one is a very tiny slither. That last one there. Now this is the bit that we're going to put glue on, or you could use double-sided tape. So I've just put glue on mine, and then I open it up a little bit and fold it so it's flat into itself, and then hopefully with the scoring done nice and neatly, all you need to do then is fold it over and press, rather than fiddling trying to line it up. So that's, I should do it that way. So that means you know then that when it goes in the card, it's going to be nice and flat. Okay, so that is our basic box. It's very quick and simple. So example here, I've done it with the wood trim all the way around. This one was with a different colours of paper from the Thoughtful. Do you know there's 10 different colours in that Thoughtful Journey paper, so you can literally pick any cardstock and it will match. So here's the one we're doing so far. So now I've got the join at the back. So this is the back part of my card, but actually I think I prefer that to the front, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to swap. Am I? No, that will have that as the back. And then I'm going to take this short piece, which is the 4 inches by 1 inch that's scored at 2 inches. And we're going to use this and we're going to pop this, a little bit of glue just on the bottom there. Nowhere else, just on that bit, you see, at the very bottom. And I'm going to turn it down and make sure the glue is on the base. And then I'm going to pop this on the back of the card so the score line matches up with the other score line. And the plan is that you hold that in place, and then when it folds, you would refold it that way and press and hold. And the reason we do that, that means then our tags that we want to write our little note on will just slide in there and it'll sit. So when the card folds closed, it's still there. So if you put glue up the sides there, it won't go in. If you find that you have done that, then obviously just do yourself a smaller card, little note bit. Okay, let's take that out for now. Right, so that's that bit done. Okay, then we'll put that to the back, so fold it over so it's on the back. And then this is where we're going to put our tag. So here's my tag I've made earlier. Taking these 2 1 inch by 2 inch by 1 inch pieces, these need to be folded in half, not on the score lines. And then you want to make sure you really burnish these nice and hard because these are nice and neat and tidy. So then taking each of these, you need to put glue on the sides of each one, on one side. And then you're going to place them. So I know that on this card, I need it, these are going to have to hide behind the tag. So I want them sort of about there. So I'll put one there and I'll turn the other one over and pop this one on this side and buff them up to the score line in the middle. They don't have to be exactly on it, but just very close to it. And press and hold. On this one, because I knew I wanted this toolbox to be a bit lower down, I've just done them slightly down. So think about what you're going to pop on the front that's going to stand out and where you might want to pop your little tabs to hold them. While we let that dry off, I'm going to just decorate this one. I'm using the new Spring Corners stamp set that's coming out in the Stampin' Up Mini. And I'm going to make a little edge and some dots. So the colours I've used here, I'm going to pick up the Misty Moonlight. I think I might have got some of my jump on that. So that one. And then I've popped a happy birthday in Blackberry Bliss. So let's get that out. Which is this one. Slightly wonky, but hey ho. Means it's handmade, doesn't it, if it's slightly wonky. And then I'm going to pick up, I think, the colour. I'm trying to pick up that colour on there. And it's going to say it's Petunia Pop, but that seems quite dark. So I think I'm just going to go with Pool Party, which is another one of the colours, because I just want to pop some dots behind. There, and then I've already cut out a little flower. So this is what I'm going to pop on this one. So I'm going to use some 3D foam pads, if I can find them. Where are they? Here we go. Some little ones. Pop that on the back. Take the backings off. Pop that there. And let's put that away. I'm going to put a couple of sparkly bits on. I absolutely adore these sparkles because they seem to pick up whatever colour is on the whatever paper background. They seem to blend in with that. Let me just think. I can't remember what they're called. They are called Riverside Irregular Pearls, and they're just fantastic in terms of picking up any colours. Right, and we need some string for my bow, which is normally about 10 inches. I'm not really in no particular way of doing this. Just tie it in a bow as if you would your shoes. That was about 10 inches worth of bow. And then what we're going to do is we're going to adhere that to the back of the card. So we just pop the glue in there, hold it down as flat as you can. And because it's the wet glue, remember, it means you can pop it on and slide it a little bit. Try and centre it as best as possible. Hold it in place and voila, there is your pop-up card. And on the back is where you can write your little note. So there we are, very quick and easy card to make, but very good in terms of standout ability, because it'll look very different to any other card that somebody else might send them for their birthday or Father's Day, Mother's Day, whichever way. So it folds nice and flat again for a normal envelope. So there we are. So this one is a lot more colourful with the pinks and the greens. This one's quite moody in terms of the trees and things, the wintry scenes. So happy crafting. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and share if you did, and subscribe to my channel. Many thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.